We're now joined by Blake Zielinski, who just finished his first season in the USHL with the Des Moines Buccaneers, and he's fresh off of winning the gold medal with Team USA at the Hlinka Gretzky Memorial Cup. Blake, busy summer. I know you're in Des Moines already, but how you doing, man? How's the come down been after winning the gold medal?
Oh, I'm doing good. No, it's been awesome so far. Just everything that's happened so far this summer has been really kind of an honor to be a part of. Only a second time in history. So just being a part of that and kind of just feeling it with the team has been awesome.
And I kind of told you before we started recording, and I wasn't kidding. I've become a fan of yours. I watched almost all the games in the Hlinka Gretzky tournament, so I got to see you play a lot, and it felt like your name was being talked about constantly because you had 4 goals, 5 assists in 9 games. I mean, as far as mini tournaments go, best showing you've ever put on, or what?
Probably. At that stage, it's pretty hard to score goals, and even in the USHL, it's hard to get points and hard to put up some good numbers. So when I started scoring a little bit at Hlinka, I kind of noticed that I was doing pretty well, and yeah, it's probably my best so far.
Is it weird to go online after a game and see the whole hockey world talking about you? Because everyone that was covering the tournament, watching the tournament, paying attention to it, was talking about you. You were the guy I think that stood out the most, at least for Team USA in my eyes.
Yeah, no, it was pretty special. You go on your phone after the game, and all your buddies are blowing up your phone, texting you about, oh my God, you guys just beat Canada, like that's unreal. And then obviously like Instagram and Twitter were going crazy too. So it was pretty crazy. Seeing that for the first time, really a lot of people start talking about your name and kind of getting out there for the NHL draft too.
Mhm.
It's definitely a special feeling.
So I was talking to Jack Hextall a little bit last week. You guys had unbelievable chemistry the entire tournament, and it seemed like obviously the win over Sweden for the gold medal was huge, but the upset over Canada might have been a little bit better as far as just individual games go. Your goal against Canada put Team USA up 3-1. Was that your favorite play of the tournament, or something that's like the most memorable for you, or is it still that gold medal win?
Yeah, no, I think the Canada game just in general, very special. You never really get to do that very much. You read all these articles of how Canada's team is going to be unreal. They got a bunch of first round guys, and it's awesome to play against them. So when you get a chance to beat them and move on to the finals is pretty special. And then obviously the gold medal game is just super super special. Um, you can't really beat it.
And can you talk about you and Jack's chemistry, the two of you together? Because it was a lot of fun to watch the two of you.
Yeah, no, we actually started when we got to Michigan for just the camp of Hlinka. We were already rooming together. We played together in the camp games, so we already kind of had an idea of each other. We obviously knew each other before. We're in the same agency, so we played together, kind of talked a little bit. So when we got to the tournament, our chemistry was pretty good, and then as the games went on, we got better and better. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing for me and Jack was we knew where each other going to be, and we kind of just had to play off each other and score some goals.
Was there anyone that you didn't know prior to the tournament that you either loved playing with or you just became super tight with?
Yeah, I mean, I knew kind of all the names of the guys. I haven't really talked to some of them. One of the
Mhm,
guys being Noah Davidson, who ended up
mhm.
playing on our line
Yeah.
towards the end of the tournament. He was one of the main guys who I haven't really talked to. He's from California. I've seen him at Natty Camp and whatnot, but I finally got to talk to him a little bit more. Started playing together, and he was one of the nicest guys on the team. Super cool, and just a really good guy.
Yeah, he had that nice backdoor goal too, right, in that gold medal game from
Oh
Hextall,
yeah,
I
that's
think,
sweet.
that pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. But kinda speaking of California, speaking of, where you live, where you're from, I know you're a Jersey guy. Where do you spend your summers training? Like, who do you train with over the summer?
Yeah, so we have a couple of local groups that we do, ran by Tony D'Angelo.
Oh, no
So we
way.
get a bunch, yeah, yeah, we get a bunch of
You're
the
out in
local guys.
Voorhees?
Yeah, so we do it. There's a Voorhees group, and then there's like a Hollydale group. That's in Sewell, New Jersey. So we get on the ice. A couple guys like Rocco Pelosi is one of them. He's a
Mhm.
super good player. A bunch of college guys too, guys who played in the USHL before jump out. Super high compete. Great energy there. It's pretty cool to play with guys who are very good, and it kind of ups your compete level in the summer, and that's kind of what you want.
Did you ever play for Guy Gaudreau growing up?
I
'Cause that's
did.
like his area, right?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so we played a tournament. I think it was called the Clash back then. Just a bunch of the international teams came around. They created teams. We had a local group. We weren't supposed to be very good. We ended up going pretty far in the tournament. But Guy is a great guy. Kind of unfortunate just what happened,
Of
that whole
course.
situation with the Goudreaus, and being from that area, it hit home a little bit. I ended up seeing him a couple weeks ago, and he was kind of it was cool to see him again because it's been so long since I've
Mhm.
talked to him. So it was good to see him, and yeah, no, we had a great team, and he's a great coach and great guy.
How was he as a coach? Because I got to hop on with the Sioux Falls Stampede when Ethan Wittenbach won the Gaudreau Award, and I told him it's been a while since I played in a competitive practice, and he was still telling me to move my feet.
Yeah, no, he's a screamer for sure. But he just wants the best out of guys, and that's kind of what you want. So, if you do the right things, he won't yell at you as much. But yeah, he was definitely a screamer, a yeller. But that's some of the best coaches are like that. So, yeah, no, he was a great coach.
Screaming and yelling with love, though, I guess we'll put it that way,
Oh yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
So, going back to your first year in the league last year, being that you are from New Jersey, that I'm assuming that was your first time moving away from home. Like, what was that adjustment like for you?
It was very hard, at the beginning. I've never been super far away from home. I billeted with North Jersey, but that was about a 2-hour drive. Wasn't
Mhm.
super bad. So moving across the country was definitely difficult, but had a great support system. I lived with Ben Keevan.
Yeah, great kid.
He was a great kid. Yeah, great guy. I mean, he mentored me the whole way through. I had great staff and great billets. So, it was hard at first, but as I got going, the love kind of just came through, and everyone kind of bonded through, and it was pretty easy from there on out.
Are you a Devils fan or Flyers? I'm assuming
I'm
if
a I'm a
it's that
Flyers guy.
jersey? Yeah.
So when Ben got drafted by the Devils,
Yeah.
I was obviously super pumped, but yeah, I wanted Philly to take him. I wanted to see him there. But no, that's super good for him, and I'm super pumped.
I was just gonna say I got to talk to him a little bit before and after that draft, so I'm sure you have tips for him on what to do around Jersey, even though I guess South Jersey's kinda a little far from Newark, but
A little
same.
different, but
Yeah.
it's kind of all the same thing. So yeah, no, I got him. Don't worry.
So that adjustment from living away from home to then being on the ice, what can you say about your first year in the USHL and just what you made of the gameplay, the speed, the physicality, and all that stuff that you had to get used to?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was the speed, just being able to make plays quicker. Guys are, stronger, bigger, faster. So that was the biggest transition for me. I was lucky to have a good staff behind me, and they kind of, gave me free rein a little bit to kind of make plays and do my own thing, as long as maturing me through the way. So it was obviously tough in the beginning, but as time went on, I got more confident, and I just started playing my game, and it was fun from there on out.
Anything specific you're looking to either fix in your game, work on your game going into year 2?
Yeah, I think just being more confident. I like to shoot the puck a lot. I shot the puck a lot in Hlinka, scored a couple goals. So I
Oh,
think
yeah.
last year I didn't shoot it as much. So want to be a little bit more offensive, and then have a more of a defensive game too. I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing center or wing this year, but if I do have to play center, just being able to get back, play a 200-foot game, and just make sure that coach can rely on me to play at the big moments and at the end of the game.
They need to find someone who can tee up for one-timers on the left flank right there. That you a
Oh
couple
yeah.
goals and Hlinka, and then did you have that one in the slot, or was that Hextall and you made the pass?
That was me. So Hexy made
That
the
was
pass
you.
over to me through the
Yeah,
middle. No, that was unreal luck by him, and he's kind of lucky. I think it tipped off a guy and ended up in the back of the net. But
that was a rip. So, coming off of that and going into year 2, how high is your confidence right now? Like, the highest it's probably ever been, or where are you confidence-wise? I know it's something you're working on, but just where you are right now.
yeah, it's definitely higher than it was. Towards the end of the year, I finished off pretty well. I was kind of riding on that high throughout the whole summer, and I wanted to continue to build on it through Hlinka. And now that I played pretty well at Hlinka, I want to just keep building on it. And even though your confidence is pretty high, you still have to produce, and I'm sure it helps for sure, though.
And just my last one for you. I know you're a Providence College commit. Obviously that program speaks for itself. It's Hockey East. What exactly about the school are you most excited for and to be a part of? In my opinion, the best conference in college hockey.
Yeah, no, the conference is great. You get to play against some big name guys and teams too. The Boston schools, but just Providence itself, the facilities are just unreal. The coaches are very 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 good. Everything kind of about the campus. It's not super big. It's kind of a smaller campus, so It's kind of the big thing on campus is hockey and basketball, and that's kind of what you want. You want to be like the big story around school, and I mean, just everything was awesome when I went there, and the coaches have been unreal since that. So that's kind of the biggest thing for me.
I'm going to squeeze in one more question if I can. Do you
Yeah,
have any individual goals going into this season? Like maybe a number you want to hit points wise, goals wise, stuff like that. Maybe get
yeah.
better on the PK.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I think it would be probably be close to a point per game. I know it's pretty tough to do as you kind of move up into the leagues. But I mean, if I can sit around that 55 point mark, that'd be unreal. Score a couple more goals than last year. The best I can do is what I can do, but I'm definitely aiming for 50 points. 25 goals, somewhere around there, and just got to set that bar pretty high.
Well, I believe in you, so hopefully you believe in yourself. I think we'll see even maybe a 6 as the number that you end up with. But Blake, thanks so much for the time.